Hello, Jeremy Hockert. Hello, Jordan Graham. You two are first. At least the first ones to comment. Don't know if you're the first viewers. I was just watching. I was watching. I guess the pre-race for the ARCA race, but I didn't feel like watching the actual thing. I don't recognize any of those drivers. I'll get my NASCAR fix in tonight. How's it going, Blazing King, Train Wizard 2, Wolffan 95, Ranger Gamer, J Ray 2003, Johnson 48. That's an original name. Irene Carillo. I'm terrible at other languages. Lorraine Miller, hello. Ice and Fire, Ice Fire. What? That's a fun name. How's it going, everybody? Raw Gator, Mac, Bulldog Mac, LML Cup Series. I recognize a lot of these names. Cool. How do you guys feel that tonight, first real NASCAR, it's the first Monster Energy Cup race of ever, and it's the first Cup race of the season. That's got to be exciting. I know I've been anticipating this for like the last 3 weeks. It's been hard for me to, basically since it hit February, I've been like every day watching NASCAR videos on YouTube, getting hyped up for it. I'm going to join this huge lobby here that's about to wrap up at Texas. Glad that a lot of y'all can make it here this afternoon. I don't know how long this stream's going to be, and I don't usually do afternoon ones in the middle of the day, but I'm doing it now because tonight I'm treating this as like my own version of the pre-race show for the Clash tonight. I watched practice yesterday. I didn't get to watch really any practice today because I had to be up bright and early this morning at like 6 to shoot something for school. So that was my entire morning and even part of my early afternoon. So since I've gotten back to my dorm, I've done laundry and taken a short nap. So I did not see any of the Daytona 500 practices today, but I did watch the Clash practices yesterday. It was interesting how like it seemed nobody wanted to go on the racetrack. It seemed like nobody was really that amped up for it. First practice, only I think 10 cars ran any laps whatsoever. The second practice, some people ran in packs a little bit, but like the JGR cars just ran a little train. A few other cars were running in a miniature pack. And shoot, we're doing New Hampshire. Oh god, my worst track in this game. I was excited to do Watkins Glen. I was amped up. I was preparing my thumb to turn right. I was like working on my joystick, right turns. But gonna have to scrap all that. Alright, I'm trying to look at y'all's questions. A lot of questions coming by fast. Oh my goodness. I'm not related to Matt Kenseth. No, that's not why I'm a fan of his. My mom was, I think I explained this a few videos ago. I don't know, it's hidden. I don't blame you if you didn't see it. My mom was actually friends with one of Matt Kenseth's cousins a long time ago. And I guess she still is, but I don't know, she lives in Georgia now, so we don't, they don't hang out on a regular basis. So, yeah, I found that out after I started watching NASCAR. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah. I will be doing an Out of the Groove next week. I don't know the day yet. I think I explained on a stream maybe a week or two ago. I was bringing that back. The Out of the Groove will be returning for... I'll be doing one episode a week throughout the regular season unless anything changes. And at least until the summer. When the summer hits, I might change since I'm going to be focusing primarily on WWE Cup Series stuff. I don't know what I'll be doing in the summer. But at least for this beginning part of the schedule, I'll be doing one Out of the Groove a week. They might be a hair longer than my Out of the Grooves were during the chase last year because, instead of doing 2 a week, I'll be doing 1 a week. So they might all be like 10 minutes long each time or so. And I'm not sure yet what I'm going to talk about. I mean, which sucks. I'll talk about the race itself from the past weekend. If I do it, I'm planning to maybe do it on Thursdays is when I'll be uploading the videos, which means another big part of it will be previewing that upcoming race. Talking about any midweek news. Oh my gosh, that Chase Elliott was just spinning and still maintaining speed. Putting you on the wall. Sorry, Carl. That one was my bad. I'm not watching ARCA racing. I can't be watching ARCA racing when I'm playing a video game. I only have in my dorm room. I have this one. I guess it's technically a TV screen. It's basically a monitor that I have my computer. I have a desktop computer hooked up to it for editing and whatnot. I have a little cable switcher thing that hacks into the dorm room's cable satellite or whatever it is, I guess, so I can get cable TV. And then I also have my PS4 hooked up to it. So I have my three primary entertainment devices are all hooked up to the same monitor, so I can only use one at a time. So I can't have my PS4 on and then also like split screen it with Fox Sports. I can't do that. That'd be pretty cool. This is madness here. There's just like been constant like pack racing here. What on earth? This guy just kamikazed himself and used himself as a ram, as like a, what is it called, I guess a shield. I don't know. Forget it. All right. Ride me outside groove like Darlington. Move out of the way, Harvick. God dang it. It was going to work if this guy didn't slide up and just stop.
Car low. Clear low.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, we've got some random cars. I will be watching the Clash. Yes, that is... I think I if you couldn't imply that, that's, you know... I am super excited for the Clash tonight. Although I did find it interesting, there's only like, what, 17 cars, I think, in the Clash this year? Last season, I think the Sprint Unlimited had like 25 cars. And so I think, and which, you know, and obviously a normal race has 40, and the Clash I know is a smaller field, and that makes sense. But, man, 17 cars, one big wreck, and it could be like an 8-car pack. Like, I don't know. The people are talking like, oh, what do you think you're going to learn about the draft tonight, you know, racing in the Clash? And I'm like, you know, it's only 17 cars out there. I don't know you're going to learn that much, because it's going to be nothing. I'm sure it's going to be not that similar to racing in a pack with 30, 40 cars, you know, like they will be next week. Wow, just totally screwed that corner up. My car, it feels like, I know I'm terrible at New Hampshire in this game to begin with, but it honestly feels like my car's turning worse than it usually would in this game. So I don't know if I have a thing, if I accidentally toggled something that I don't know about. I don't know very much about, I honestly don't know, but, like, honestly, I feel like I should be making these turns better. Oh well. I guess it's also, it doesn't really, I mean, I didn't, like I said, I didn't get to watch any of the practices today, which I guess it wasn't really that, I didn't miss much there. From what I saw or heard, they really just did, we're doing single car runs for the most part. Qualifying's tomorrow. I hope I can watch qualifying tomorrow. I have another film shoot tomorrow that I have to help with, and that's going to be a most of the day thing, so there's a good chance I won't get to see qualifying live, but, and it's okay, Daytona qualifying is not that exciting. You really just need to look at the leaderboards afterward and get an idea what happened. 2 laps to go. Casey Kane, what are you doing? Put your foot back in the gas. Block him for me. Good job. Good job. Good job, Casey. I did not take advantage of it. Wow, he really carried more speed than I thought he'd be able to. Couldn't decide whether or not I wanted to go low or not there. I decided not to, and that might not have been the right idea. I'm pinning him onto the flat. Oh, shoot. Can I get through this turn? God dang it. Oh. I was probably going to hit the wall anyways, but I didn't need that extra help, Harvick. Alright, cool though, cool. And I just lost that position and going to lose another position because I don't know how to drive. Going down on the apron. How? Okay, well that time my car turned and like crazy. Like that turned better than it has the rest of the race. All right, I'm gonna hold on to a top 10 finish here. That's my goal. Maybe get 9th. Maybe get 9th, Junior. Maybe get 9th. Up. Yeah. Well, he put himself on the wall. I didn't help, but it was partially his fault. 9th place, not bad. I started like 35th. No, I'm not watching the ARCA race. Why have I keep looking up and I keep seeing people ask me that question? I can't be. I explained a minute ago. I only have one monitor. I can't be watching 2 things at once. And I apologize. I hadn't really been looking at very many questions during that race. So I'll look at some now. What's your question, Irene? You don't have to like ask. I have a question. You can just say your question. I'll try to see it. I don't always have a chance to answer every single one. Opinions on Windows, like the interface. I always use Windows computers. I mean, I guess I do prefer them to like Macs or like, you know, iOS systems in general, but I don't know. That's a weird question. I will race as somebody else. I've raced as Carl Edwards last stream I did. I don't always race as Kenseth. I am today, but what's up, T. Chris? Good to see you. NASCAR Checkers Series. Ooh, who do I think will get the pole? I don't know. That's a tough question. The Gibbs cars looked fast in the Clash yesterday. I didn't look at leaderboards today. The Penske cars seem to be pretty quick. I wouldn't be surprised if Keselowski or Logano got on the pole. How do I feel about Carl Edwards leaving NASCAR? I have a whole video about that. Go look a few videos ago on my channel, and you can get a real in-depth look at my opinion about that whole system, that whole scenario. I do not know what races I'm going to this year. I don't have any tickets bought, and I rarely do. I don't usually plan ahead. A lot of times I end up just like a couple weeks before I decide to go to a race, if it even works out. Small chance I could be at Daytona in the summer. Very small, probably not. More than likely I'll be at one of the Texas races. I say more than likely. I mean, I'll try to go to one. I don't know if it'll be the one in April or not. Probably not the one in April. If it is either, it'll probably be the one in the Chase. And even then, it'll probably only be if Kenseth is still alive in the Chase at that point in the season. I'd go to the race anyways, but I often need people to go to the race with me, and if I can sell them on it, like that, give them a good reason to go, I can get people to take me. Who wins first? Jones, Suarez, Austin. I assume you mean Austin Dillon or there's only one Austin. Yes, Austin Dillon or Chase Elliott. I honestly think it'll be Chase Elliott or Eric Jones. That's my personal opinion. Austin Dillon started to look good towards the end of last season. Had a couple good runs going for him at certain tracks before scenarios. He was running up front at Charlotte. Or I think that was due to pit strategy more than anything. But he still seemed to be okay at Charlotte. Ran well at Texas until a late race wreck. Austin Dillon's, he's good. He's been around the longest, but I don't know. I don't know that he's really on the best team of those four. Daniel Suarez, I think, is actually probably on the best team of those four, even over Chase Elliott. But I mean, that 19 car should have won the championship last year. They were in the position to do it, so hard to go against Suarez there. But I also think he's got less experience in NASCAR than Eric Jones does. That being said, of course, Suarez won the Homestead Championship last year, but Jones has won more races. He consistently runs up front, and I think that Furniture Road team, they might struggle a little bit out of the gates, but I don't think that team's going to have too many growing pains to go through. Who else? Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's another good pick, though. That's why I said I think it'll be Jones or Chase Elliott, because Chase Elliott was also close a few times last year, and he's obviously in Hendrick Motorsports and in that 24 car. That 24 car almost won the championship the last year Gordon was in it, so another strong team, obviously. So that's a tough one. It's going to be this year's Rookie of the Year battle, primarily between Jones and Suarez. I think will be interesting. I think it'll be pretty exciting. I mean, this last season it wasn't too bad. You had Ryan Blaney pleasantly surprise people. You had obviously Chase Elliott won the Rookie of the Year, and he clearly deserved it. But I think this year Jones and Suarez both basically on almost the same team. Both with very similar equipment, both with similar experience. I think they're going to go from being the two front runners for the Xfinity Series Championship the last year or so to being the two front runners for the Rookie of the Year. And to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if both of them made the chase. So that was a really long answer to that question. I haven't seen any of your questions since then. I really feel bad when I do these streams because I appreciate so many of you guys joining, jumping in, letting your voices be heard. Like, that's awesome. I'm glad y'all do it. But I can't always see every question, so I can't always respond to all of them. And sometimes I see questions. What I try to do is if I see a question asked multiple times by multiple people or something, and I know I haven't addressed it before, I'll try to answer that. So I apologize if it feels like I'm just ignoring all your questions. I'm really trying not to. It's just I'm also trying to race, sort of. I'm not like on the edge of my seat here, but I'm trying not to embarrass myself. Eric Jones will be in deck Season 8, as far as I know. I don't know. Worst case, I'll have to use his Xfinity car if his Cup car hasn't been made yet, but Eric Jones will be in it. Who is the next driver to retire? I would lean towards... There's a couple guys. Biffle's officially retired now, at least from full-time racing, he said, for this season. I saw something that said Greg Biffle was going to be in the booth I guess with Fox for a couple races later this year, like a couple, I think Xfinity races. So that'll be interesting. Kenseth obviously getting old, but he keeps talking like he doesn't plan on. Every time someone brings up retirement, he always mentions like, oh, in a few years kind of thing. And so I tend to believe someone else is going to retire before then. Like, I don't know who else is getting older. Junior obviously is one that pops into mind. I just saw Richard Petty's comments a week or two ago were interesting. He was kind of disappointed in a way that Junior didn't go ahead and retire from racing, which I can see where he's coming from, because a guy like Dale Jr., he's won a lot of big races, never won a championship, but he's won a lot of big races. Concussions can be serious, and if he has another significant incident, that could mess him up, later in life for sure. And I agree with I guess I agree with Richard Petty in the sense that Dale Jr., if he retires now, much like a guy like LeBron James, who he's been in the NBA for a long time, still not that old, but it wouldn't surprise me if he retired kind of young. Mainly because these guys, Junior is the most popular driver in NASCAR, pretty much has been since he got into the sport. He could have an acting career, honestly. Like, it'd be like kind of making cameos and making probably lousy-ish movies like Space Jam, but Dale Jr. he could still make a serious living in marketing, endorsements, could, like I said, be in acting or on TV doing something, Dale Earnhardt Jr., he doesn't have to stick with racing, economically. Like, he doesn't need to race to make a living anymore. So for that, I guess I understood where Richard Petty was coming from with that comment. I thought that was interesting coming from a guy like him. My favorite racer is Matt Kenseth. My most hated driver, I don't hate any driver, but if there's one driver who I would have to say is not my favorite to see on the racetrack every week, is probably Brad Keselowski. I like Space Jam for the most part, especially it was made in the 90s, 90s are kind of a cheesy time anyways, I don't feel like 90s culture really is a thing you hear people talk about. People talk about the 60s, and like they talk about the 80s, but you don't hear much about the 90s. Space Jam was okay. I will not be live streaming the race. I'm going to be watching that from the comfort of my own home, because I'm also going to be, full disclosure, I'll be flipping back and forth a little bit between the Clash and NBA All-Star Saturday night. Got three-point competition, dunk competition, all that fun stuff. I'm a big basketball fan, for those of you who don't know, and so I gotta watch some of it. But I have race view, so I'll always have the race on race view, so I'll be able to keep up with lead changes and whatnot at all times. I've seen a few of you ask me, who do I think will win tonight? I think Kyle Busch is going to be good. I think the Gibbs cars, when they were running in their little pack, during practice yesterday, they were consistently top of the leaderboard. So that bodes well for those newfangled looking Toyotas. I think Kyle Busch, he's won the Clash, he's won the Clash before. Actually, Kenseth and Hamlin have won the Clash too, so, okay. Any of them could win. I just think Kyle Busch, this race seems to suit Kyle Busch's kind of, strategy. He's a hard racer, can be streaky at times. Like, he'll get on a roll, he'll have a good burst, and I think this is a race that could benefit him. Although I do remember last year in the Sprint Unlimited, he kind of fell to the wayside. There wasn't much of a factor in that race. I'm picking either Dale Earnhardt Jr., Danica Patrick, or Matt Kenseth to win the Daytona 500. I'm rooting for Danica tonight. I think this race really suits Danica Patrick. And yes, I saw her Aspen Dental car. Looks pretty cool. I think Danica Patrick, I think this race tonight is one of her best chances to win a race since she's got into the Cup Series, because it's a plate race and she's got a fast car. She's proven that she's pretty good at drafting and knows how to work plate races. She's led laps in the Cup Series before at restrictor plate tracks, so she has that going for her. Plus, oh my goodness, there's only 17 cars in this race, and they're all pretty much the best drivers in NASCAR. I mean, none of these guys driving here tonight are lousy, So she's not going to have to worry about racing in the back of the pack with a bunch of scrubs, and getting potentially run over by one of them. Because let's be real, guys. The last 2 or 3 years, I know people joke like, "Oh, Danica is not that great." She's not a great driver. I don't hate on her. I don't hate on any driver. But at the same time, I also look at, especially the last couple years, honestly, Danica is she's a lot of the wrecks rarely are her fault, or would I say are like when she first got into this series. Yes, she made a lot of mistakes that you see young drivers make, and it's just yeah. But it seemed like she made more than most young drivers, so it was like okay, I can see why people would give her a little crap then. But since then, the last year or two, most of her issues seem to come from other people for the most part. A lot of people just don't give her a lot of room on the racetrack, don't give her a lot of respect on the racetrack. I've noticed. And that's just my opinion. So I'm really rooting for her to win this race tonight. Actually, I don't think she will, but I think she has a real. I think she has as good a shot. She has a better shot than Chris Buescher. I think. I don't think Chris Buescher is going to win tonight. He might. I'll watch him go prove me wrong, obviously, but you know, she's got a shot. It'll be fun to watch.
That was a great lap.
I like Kyle Larson. Yeah, Kyle Larson's cool. I don't know. I keep seeing people telling me to answer their questions. I can't see all your questions. I'm sorry, guys. They're coming so fast, and I'm trying to not run into Philip Newson here.
10 laps to go.
There's a lot more Kenseths out here today than usual. Or this is the same Kenseth I saw
All clear.
going nuts a few minutes ago. What channel is the race on? It's on Fox Sports 1, isn't it? I think it is. Ben Barnett, I do not watch IndyCar. Sorry to disappoint you. I mean, occasionally I'll watch it when it's on. I'll watch the Indy 500 a lot of times, but I don't know that much about it, I'll be honest. I mean, I don't know very many of the drivers. Let me think if I can just name some IndyCar drivers off the top of my head. Helio Castroneves, Tony Kanaan. Some of these guys might even be retired. Shoot, who else? Juan Pablo Montoya, he's in IndyCar again, right? Shoot, who else comes to mind? Jeez, I thought I was better at this. Hinchcliffe? Wasn't that a guy that drove like the GoDaddy car for a while? Jeez, I'm really bad at this. I feel like I know more than this. Off the top of my head, I can't immediately think of them very well. Wow, that was garbage. Larson, come on, man.
Car low. Clear high.
Wow, and then he just teleported ahead of me. That's fun. Dario Franchitti. I've heard that name. I for some reason thought he was retired or like older. I may be wrong then. Okay. Who's the guy that won? That was Tony Kanaan. Shoot, who am I thinking of? No, I don't know who I'm thinking of. I'm really bad. This is like a few weeks ago when I tried to name all the golfers I knew, and I thought I knew more than I did. I could only name like 3 or 4, even though I know like at least a dozen golfers, you know, but I could only name like a couple. James Hinchcliffe, yes, that's his name. Is he still in IndyCar racing? I don't actually know. I just know I've recognized he used to drive the GoDaddy car. Rossi, is he good? Ryan Hunter-Reay, I've heard of him. Okay. Is Rossi good? I have a bunch of people just screamed Rossi. Alexander Rossi. Is he good? Graham Ray Hall. Okay, I've heard of him. Yes, I know who that is. All right, I'm familiar with the name at least. I'm in 4th place. Wow, this is actually going pretty well. I feel bad. I feel like I'm really triggering the IndyCar fans in the chat, and I don't mean to. I respect IndyCar racing. I can see why people like it. I've never been as big of a fan of it. I've always preferred NASCAR, and have had to deal with that social concept for a long time.
Here you go.
Okay, Kyle. Come on, man. You're in 21st place. What were you attempting to accomplish? I think Alex Bowman will do alright tonight, although I do remember he spun out at Daytona. Was it Daytona or maybe it was Talladega while filling in for Junior last year. He's made some rookie mistakes at plate races. So that's a good driver. I think Danik has a better chance of winning that then, which sorry Alex Bowman fans. He's good. He's got potential, but well this Alex Bowman here is being a total pain in the butt. Alright. Yeah, go ride that wall. I'm just gonna let you go. I'm not even gonna fight you. Forget it. Just forget it. You're garbage. You're garbage. You're garbage. Alright, cool. I love Matt Kenseth's new Tide car that he's running for, I think, 3 races this year. Most of y'all probably don't care, but I thought it looks really good. I think it looks even better than his throwback car did last year. I am interested, though. Kenseth, I think DeWalt signed on for about 15 or so races. Tide's doing 3 races. He's driving interstate batteries tonight. I don't know. He's still got almost like half his schedule yet to have sponsorship. So I wonder who else is going to jump on the Kenseth train since Dollar General left. Those are big shoes to fill. Just open up a bag of the rainbow-colored goldfish. I might do Phoenix next year. Or next season. I don't know. I haven't really stopped to think about my season 8 schedule much yet. Still kind of far down the line. I mean, it's not. It's only, it's what, 3 months maybe. I guess that's actually. Oh shoot, that's actually pretty close. You get with the program. I have a NASCAR parody that is in the works at the moment. I really am gonna try to get it up this week. But I better get it up this week. I don't have to get it this week, but I'm hoping to. It's hard for me to find time to film it. I filmed about half of it. And I've voiced and written the whole thing, so it's just half of the filming and the editing. The editing always takes the longest by far. Dream race to attend, Jacob Hunt? My dream race to attend is the Bristol Night Race. And I'm already starting to think I might try to go to the Bristol Night Race this August. And to answer one of y'all's questions from at the very beginning, that's a race that, honestly, that's the race that right now is probably most likely I'll be at. That might be the only. If I decide to buy a ticket and fly out to Tennessee or wherever for that race, that might end up being the only race I go to. My favorite food, I mean, if I had to say general food, is Chicago style pizza. But my favorite food specifically is pizza from this little pizza place called Locatelli's near my house in Houston where I grew up. It's great pizza. It's my favorite restaurant. I mean, the pizza's good, but I mean everything else about the place is great too. But even though I'm not from Chicago, I love deep dish pizza. And it's the kind of thing, I've had bad deep dish pizza, and when you have bad deep dish pizza, it can be kind of disappointing. But most of the time, it's really, really good. And even though I've been to Chicago before, I've had actual pizza from Chicago, but then there was also Houston's got such great food options. Basically every type of food from every different type of country, every prevalent type of food has a restaurant for it somewhere in Houston, and it's usually always pretty darn good. So they have a couple places you can get some good deep dish pizza near my house, and it's great whenever I go there. All right, I'm in 7th. That was almost a total disaster on the backstretch there. Oh geez, I don't know how many subscribers I have right now, guys. It's 39,300 or 400. I don't know, somewhere around there. Smitty, Dale Jr. will only have concussion issues if he wrecks. So, and even then, it may not be that bad. He did take a lot of time off. I mean, he's been 6 months or so probably since he's been in a car. So he has had plenty of time to heal. Well, speak of the devil, Junior over here. We got one Junior up here merging into traffic in the most dangerous way possible, and then we got another Junior over here breathing down my back bumper. Oh, going 3 wide. Oh, 4 wide, 3 wide, 7 wide. Oh, bunch of Chevys up here. I'm not lifting. Oh, made it. Didn't hit the wall. That was nice. I mean, it was at the expense of that Kevin Harvick, but you know. All right, Junior, I see you, but I'm trying to draft. Oh, man, come on, dude. He just used me as his brake. That ain't cool, man. Come on. You let your teammate sneak up on me. He's not on the lead lap, though, is he? Oh, shoot, he is. All right, I'll let him overdrive it, too. Dang it, I shouldn't have touched him. I let him use me as a brake as well. Dang it. I'm driving too passively. I gotta drive more assertively. That was a good lap. Thank you, spotter. Gotta run. Don't you dare. Yeah, don't you think about it. I really wish you could side draft in this game. Side drafting does absolutely nothing. I'm convinced. I've side drafted computers, AIs on Daytona in this game, and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't help anyone. What was your question, Jeremy Hawkert? I swear I answered one of your questions earlier. Oh, just hovering around here in 7th, getting a ton of invites to different parties and whatnot. This is what happens when you make your when you make your PlayStation ID public to your YouTube channel audience.
Here you go.
Oh, I wasn't looking. I hit the wall. I'm dumb. It's okay. I'm gonna try and get by this junior here.
Still
Okay,
there.
that's fun. These Dale Juniors, these people driving these Dale Junior cars in this lobby are awful. They are some dirty drivers. Dirty little drivers. I guess I'm. Oh, and this Carl Edwards here, and this Kyle Busch even worse.
Still
Oh
there.
God. Thanks, Lieutenant Splash. You might be my favorite name in this chat, Lieutenant Splash. I feel like I have to salute, but to do that I'd have to lift off the gas, so not gonna happen. Oh, I hope you understand, Lieutenant. What are you doing? You gotta merge on the backstretch. That was close. Come on, man. I'm getting a billion invites here. I can't. Middle of the race. Well, actually, it's the end of the race, isn't it? Is this last lap? There we go. Last lap. All right, cool. Oh, he asked me what will happen to sport when Junior retires. I don't know. It'll be the same as it'll be the same as what happened to Jeff when Jeff Gordon retired. Everyone jumped on the Chase Elliott bandwagon. I really hope that doesn't become Alex Bowman, because no offense to Alex Bowman, but I don't think he's really that good. I think he's decent, but I don't think he's a. Him in the '88 car full time is not a championship contender, in my opinion. Whereas Junior in the '88 car, or even Chase Elliott in the '88 car, and Chase Elliott in the '24 car, they are championship contenders, I believe. You're welcome, Jeremy. Sorry I didn't see it earlier. My bad. Can y'all hear the crunching of these goldfish? That's quite the bold prediction, Nab Station. He can start by winning tonight. That alone will be a pretty tall task. Thanks, Stan Marsh. I hope so too, one day. Tell your friends and family. Spread the word. Maybe I should join this guy's party. He's continuously inviting me to his lobby. I'm always eating a snack when I do these, Raw Gator. I always am. Say it's goldfish. Yeah, last time was gummy worms. I always have a Mountain Dew with me. I have cable in my dorm room. It's very fancy out here in Texas. That's how I'm able to still watch the races. Thank God. You actually get most channels. I have a sticky note stuck here to my desk because I still don't have all the channels memorized, like what number they are. I get ESPN, all the ESPN channels. I get Fox Sports 1. I even get NBCSN. The only thing I don't get, I get like NFL Network and like MLB Network or whatever, but I don't get NBA TV. I always wondered that. That's just, I always wondered why I don't get that one. I get all the channels I care about. The sport channels, at least, I care about. I don't know about all you people, but like these days I feel like I only watch. The only thing I watch live very often these days is sports. And I think that's kind of the way the world is. I watch most of my shows either DVR'd, Netflix, or Amazon or something like that. I feel like that's the way the world's going. Yes, I do like Dr. Pepper more. Well, okay. Here's my soda rankings. And this is important to me because I do drink more caffeinated soda than I probably should, but it is something it's a snack I like. Bottled Mountain Dew is my favorite soda, I think, of all of them. But canned Dr. Pepper is better than any other soda canned, in my opinion. Like, that's my favorite. Like, soft drink, like fountain Dr. Pepper that you get at, like, a restaurant or something, I also think is better than any other soda fountainized. Yeah, that's where I'm at. But bottled Mountain Dew, I think, is better than bottled Dr. Pepper. It's weird. So, If I have the option, I will try to get bottled Mountain Dew, but if I have to get something else, it will always be Dr. Pepper, probably. That's just me. I mean, I like soda, you know. I don't mean to, like, start a beverage war. I mean, I like Coke. I've had Mexican Coke in Mexico where they use the real sugar and whatnot, and they overload it, and that's pretty good, not gonna lie. Uh, but yeah,
The race is going green. There's the green flag.
that's my long-winded opinion there. They make Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper was invented in Texas, kind of a little further up north in Waco. Not that far from where I live now.
Clear high.
I've never been to. I know they have like a Dr. Pepper museum up there. I've never been, but I've always kind of wanted to like take a little mini road trip and just go see what it's like. Cause that
Still there.
I'd be visiting my temple. What is this guy doing? Good lord. Who even is the 19 car?
Clear high.
Daniel Hemrick? Who, like, honestly, who is the 19 in this game? I don't even know. Oh, I lifted. Why did I lift? Alright, it's okay. I still gotta run on these fools.
Slow down.
Give me the inside. Give me the... I should have drafted. What am I doing? Draft. Draft. Stay with him. Lift. Good. Good. Gonna get by Tony here. Okay, we're all gonna suck. Okay, that's good. Ah, get by all of them. Excuse me, Dale. Oh, Dale. I'm here, Dale. Dale, I'm here. You can't, Dale, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here, Dale. See, here's what I mean. You can't, well, okay, I wasn't there yet. I was gonna try and side draft and prove that it doesn't work, but I couldn't.
Car low.
Oh, what the heck? Where'd this guy come from? I wasn't even looking at my mirror. All of a sudden, this Tony Stewart's running me out of the groove and into the wall. Fun. Fun for everyone.
Car high.
Thanks,
Clear
Tony.
high.
Great, now this 19 no name is... Nope, he's spinning, never mind. Just when he thought he had a run on me. Alright, I'm coming for you guys. Man, I keep finishing like 6th, 7th, you know? I need to get up and like get a top 5, compete for the actual win. Garbage. Garbage. Hello, Bunnyman 525 SMX. That's a name.
Car high. All clear.
Alright, Carl. Well, you're a lap down. No wonder. I suck at that turn. Larson's gonna get a run on me.
Car high.
Oh, is he gonna bump
Clear
draft
low.
me? If he's smart, he won't, but I guess he's not. Had a
Here you
run,
go.
decided not to use it. And say he's gonna, what, knock me out of the lane? I'll let him go by. Ah, shoot, I gave him too big a run. I was gonna try and undercut him. Gonna try and cross him over, but I lifted too much. Oh, there we go. They gotta run to his outside. Don't put me in the wall, Kyle. Don't put me in the wall. Don't put me in the wall. Don't put me in the wall. I thought I'd have a better run than this and I'd be able to clear you, but apparently not.
Still there.
Wow, okay. How did I not get in my lane? Whew. Having a rough race here at Indianapolis. Having a rough race. And there's a car. Nope. Oh, there was a car. How many laps left? Oh, we got another lap. Come on now. I'm picking to win tonight. I said I'd pick Kyle Busch, but I think any of the Gibbs cars are going to be fast. But I also mentioned the Penske cars. I think they're going to be pretty decent. I think Keselowski and Logano seem to have pretty good speed. See ya, Nab Station. Wow, I'm really bad at that turn. Why do I keep going so high? Why am I so high? Truex could have a shot. Yeah, Truex, can't rule him out. He almost won the Daytona 500 last year. You know, he knows what he's doing. I don't have a strong opinion about Kyle Busch. That's why you can't tell. Most people have really strong opinions. They either like him a lot or they hate him like crazy. I mean, he's done really dumb things in the past. His incident at Texas and the Truck Series in 2011 is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in racing. but he's also a really, really good driver. And he's not a bad person. You know, I don't, you know. So I'm fairly indifferent to Kyle Busch. I will rarely ever root for him to win a race, but I'm not like actively rooting against him. Hello, new people. I always notice when I do these streams, I always keep the PlayStation, like the stream chat, here on my window, so you guys can see it's the black part there on the side. And I know I don't think the timing's quite the same as what you guys are on YouTube are seeing. So I always wonder how awkward that is for you guys. I don't know. I mean, I'm only reacting. I don't have the chat up on like my laptop or anything. I'm literally reacting to what I see there on the right side of the screen, in the little black section. Am I jubilant most of the time? No, I'm not usually a jubilant person. I mean, I'm usually pretty positive, pretty happy, but you know, are there very many people in the world that are always super stoked about everything? Hello, Tyler. Hello, Austin. Yeah, okay, 10-second delay. That about makes sense. Oh boy, I just got quite the message. What? I know I think it blurs out messages I get on PSN for you guys. So I don't think you saw that, but somebody who apparently was mad that I wrecked them last race. I don't remember who it was, but apparently I did. I know you just joined, Tyler, but I was talking earlier. I think Kyle Busch or any of the Toyotas are my favorites to win this race. They were fast in practice on Friday, Friday yesterday, and you know JW Gibbs Racing has won four of the last five classes races, Sprint Unlimited, whatever you want to call them. So I give them a good shot. This race is not online. I'm doing a computer race in case y'all didn't notice me going through the menus. I figured since we keep talking about Daytona, I should race the computers at Daytona, just for fun, and that way I can pause it if I need to, and I won't get any more hate messages. Whoever that was, I don't remember the name, was really upset that I apparently wrecked him. He said, "Wreck me," like I'm paraphrasing. He basically said, "Wreck me? Oh, you're done now." And that was something. I couldn't tell if they were being serious. That's funny. Four wide. What the heck? What on earth? Oh my gosh! Wow, I'm garbage. What on earth just happened? I might as well pit. I'm just pitting everything. Yep, cool. That was disastrous. Those of you sending messages to me on PSN, I'm not going to answer them just because they're popping up on the upper left of my screen. I'm getting a lot of messages, guys. Alright, let's see. I have 22 laps of fuel left. How many laps to go in the race? 23? Oh, shoot. If I can save a lap of fuel, I can make it to the end with no more stops. We'll probably have another caution, though, so I'll probably be okay. I had this race kind of long. It's what? 26 laps? It's kind of a long-ish race. I'm going to come through the middle. Why is everyone all... Man, why am I so bad? Jeez, this is really embarrassing. I never do this bad. Okay, well, there's my caution at least. I'm not pitting this time. I guess I could have. I might as well have. What was I thinking? Alright. Oh, we're golfers. You're welcome, big Nintendo fan. It means a lot. Glad you're enjoying the world of racing. And the sound of me crunching on goldfish. Alright, I don't think I changed lanes before the start finish. Keep your tongue in your mouth. What's your name? David Hoots. Put it out. Debris in turn 4. That main official guy, he's got such a voice. Alright, this restart going a little bit better than my last ones. Ooh, Doritos or Tostitos? I don't have a strong preference. Depends on the flavor of each, I suppose. This person, I don't know if they can't take the hint or not, but they've sent me about 1 billion. I'm wrecking another guy. Why am I so bad today? Sent me about 30 invites. I'm not joining. If I could make any NASCAR of my own, it would be, I don't know. That's a tough question. I'd want to drive for either Joe Gibbs Racing or Hendrick Motorsports, and I'd want my sponsor to be Dr. Pepper, or maybe Mountain Dew, probably Dr. Pepper. And I don't know. That's all I have. That's all I can think of. All right. Well, apparently my strategy's worked out because there's 17 laps to go. I have 19 laps estimated of fuel left, so I don't have to pit anymore. And all these losers behind me did, so I'm now leading this race. Wow. How about that? At least now I can't run into the back anybody anymore. I'll do more NASCAR stop motion, Bunny Man. That's the plan. Okay, people coming with a huge run. Is that Danica back there? Larson? Larson thinking he's going to get around the outside. I just got to protect the bottom. I did not protect the bottom. Wait, problem here. Trouble! Around goes the 10! Big crash behind the leader! Alright, well, man, I never wrecked this much at Daytona. This is really weird, guys. I swear to you, I never wrecked this much at Daytona. Like, I maybe will cause one caution race at most at Daytona. At most. I've caused like 4 already, and we're not even halfway through. I'm so sorry. I don't think we've completed a lap yet. I do like root beer. I would, for a while, I would say bottled root beer. Like, it doesn't even really matter the brand. I would say it was like my 3rd favorite soda. I don't know if it still is. I haven't had it in a while. Larson, I was giving you the bottom. You didn't have to come up and hit me. Alright, but now I'm blocking you. Blocking you all the way. Well, look what you did. Look, how did he get... I can never get that kind of a run on the outside lane. How on earth did they get... Alright, you know what? And Matt DiBenedetto? Oh my gosh. Alright, Larson, you can go. I've noticed if you don't run the inside lane in the turns, you are screwed. Like, it doesn't matter how good at drafting you are. Obviously, I wasn't doing a very good job there regardless, but like, even if I'd been in the lane, like perfectly drafted up behind somebody with a good head of steam, it wouldn't have mattered. I would have been steamrolled on the inside. Hang on, I'm gonna merge in here behind you, Tony. Let me just, thank you. Just go to the front view. Maybe that'll prevent me from running over people anymore. Ooh, M&M's or Skittles? I used to always like M&M's more, but I'll be honest, I probably like Skittles more now. I do need to up my game. My game is trash right now.
All clear.
Wow, I'm really bad. I'm hitting the apron now, burning up the side skirt, burning up my patience. It's terrible. Terrible, terrible. I'm letting Logano and Bush go by me. Need to focus. Need to stop answering these questions.
That was a great lap. Stay low.
PlayStation or Xbox? I've always been a PlayStation fan. I don't have anything against Xbox. But PlayStation, a lot of PlayStation exclusives are some of my favorite games. Just on my desk here, I have a Nathan Drake statue from Uncharted 4 and a Sly Cooper statue from Sly Cooper, and those are both some classic PlayStation games. So that answers that question.
All clear. Car high.
Gosh,
Still there.
I thought I was going to get a better run than that. I thought I was going to be able to clear this 41 car.
That was a great lap.
There you go. Ooh, if I could race a race in NASCAR, ooh, what track would I want to race at? Part of me wants to say Daytona because it's a track kind of anyone can win at regardless of how good your car is, you know? And it's a really historic track. If you win at Daytona, like pull a Trevor Bayne out of my hat and just, win out of nowhere, that'd be pretty fun. But it'd also probably be the most stressful. I don't know what track. Maybe Texas because it's like my home track, I guess, in a sense. This is the problem. I think I ranted about this on my last stream. I don't know if I ranted this on a stream. I talked about this somewhere. The problem with living in Texas, you'd think that, Texas is a big state. It's in the center of the country. You'd think that, there'd be plenty of racetracks nearby, There's not. I'm from Houston. I live in Austin now. Texas Motor Speedway is the closest track, and it's still almost 4 hours away from Austin. And the next closest track is, honestly, probably Kansas, and it's like 3 states away. And then, like, I don't know, Talladega is like 4 states away. Phoenix is all the way out in Arizona. There's nothing out here. And I'm like, man, Texas, I feel like Texas got to have a lot of race fans there. You know, it's a huge state.
Still there?
But all the tracks, there's like, I mentioned this somewhere. I might
Clear high.
choose my words. Let me learn how to talk. My goal in life is to make a lot of money and retire somewhere like in the Virginia, North Carolina, like West Virginia area, over, because there's an area around there where there's like Bristol, Martinsville, Richmond are all like right near each other, and I'm like, man, if you could just live right in that area, you got 3 of the best races of the year in your backyard practically. So that's my goal in life. Make it big,
Car high.
make a lot of
You're all
money,
clear.
you know, and then go retire out in like North Carolina or somewhere out there. The breadbasket colonies, if you will. I used to like slushies or ices, whatever you want to call those. Whenever, the only time I drink an icy or you know, where I'm from, we have ices. I know slushies are a thing in some regions of the country and world, but primarily here it's ices. The only time I ever drink one of those these days is when I go to a movie, and that's kind of like I just kind of equate that as like part of the movie-going experience. You know, I'm gonna watch a movie, maybe eat some popcorn, and have an icy or a slushie, whatever it is. The rest of the time, when I'm like eating dinner or anywhere else or just chilling, I usually would prefer a soda. Oh yeah, no, I definitely feel bad for people who live in the Northwest. Like, I mean, what's up there? You got Sonoma's in like northern-ish California. That's not too far, I guess. Jesus, is there anything else? Yeah, honestly, that's the worst region, no doubt. But at the same time, you got to be like realistic. Like Northwest, other than like the Seattle area and like Northern California, you know, there's not that many people living in Wyoming and Idaho and Montana or even Oregon or you know, they're not that populated states. So you can kind of understand why there wouldn't be that many tracks up near there. But Texas is like the second most populated state in the country. Like it's huge. So why do we have one track within like a day's trip? Like, and Texas is a day-long trip. I've been to races where the race is at like 2 in the afternoon at Texas, and I've left at like 7 in the morning just so I can get there by like lunchtime. I've done that before, you know, and that's just to get to the track in my state a few hours away. So that's my thing. How are you, SW Gaming Kid? I think I saw you a second ago. Sorry I did not acknowledge you sooner. Why can we not catch Brad Keselowski? What? I mean, I'm like running a decent line here. I got some pushing help a little bit behind me. He's got nothing, and he is like, not only is he just maintaining his distance, he is pulling away. This is a joke, right? Come on, like he should not be going this. This should not be this hard to catch him. Oh, and speaking of Texas Motor Speedway, I am excited to see how their repave slash, I guess, reconfiguration, I guess in a sense, works out for them. I hope it makes the racing better. I mean, I always like Texas racing. It's nothing like super exciting, but it's fun. You know, there's always multiple grooves. You know, it's a rough surface, so cars tend to be kind of tough to handle sometimes. You know, it's created drama in the past with like Keselowski and Gordon in 2014 and whatnot. So it's a nice facility. So I always like going to Texas, but it'll be interesting to see if this repave. Obviously, it's going to help. It's going to make the track surface newer, so we won't have 6-hour rain delays like we did in November. But also the way they're flattening. I think that's what they're doing. They're flattening 1 and 2 a little bit. That'll be interesting to see how that affects restarts and whatnot. And it might. I mean, when they first repave it, it'll probably be mostly a one-groove racetrack. But within a couple of years, could be better than ever. Who knows? I don't know that might take away from it being quite as fast as it's always been. Texas has always kind of been like one of the fastest, if like one of the top couple fastest tracks in racing. You know, I don't know that it'll still be that after this reconfiguration. Is there a 2017 NASCAR game? I have not heard of that, Colin. Is that a thing? I mean, this game came out what, a few months ago, like late 2016, like September maybe. I don't remember when it was. If there's another one this year, that's cool. Hopefully they improve on this, if somewhat. Hello, Caleb Reese. I think that's how you spell your last name. My middle name is Reese. I don't know if I've ever said my middle name on YouTube. It's not really. I don't know if that's important, but yeah, that's my middle name is Reese. I spell it R-I-E-S-S, however. New NASCAR parody. I'm planning for it to come out later this week. Just need to find time to finish filming it, and then I can probably edit the thing in a day or two. And yes, I do like roller coasters. Who doesn't? Well, okay, actually no, there are a lot of people that don't like roller coasters. I'll be honest, I don't ride the super crazy huge roller coasters. Those make me sick to my stomach. Like literally, I will get like, I do not feel comfortable. Like it'll hurt. I don't like it sometimes. But I mean, when I was like 8, 9, or 10, I'll be honest, I didn't like going on very many big roller coasters. They frightened me. I'm not even gonna lie. But last few years, you know, I'll ride most roller coasters. I've looked up like, you know, these world record like fastest roller coasters, steepest roller coasters, most loops. I don't know if I'd ride very many of those, but I'll ride most everything at like Fiesta, Texas here in San Antonio, which is probably the closest. This is the closest amusement park to me. I'm trying to think what like the scariest roller coaster I would ride on. I've ridden on is. I mean, let me think. Jeez, there was a roller coaster. It doesn't exist anymore. But at Six Flags in San Antonio, like I just mentioned, there was a roller coaster. I think it was a record for like the tallest wooden roller coaster. It was called the Rattler, and I rode that when I was in middle school, and that was pretty freaky because I'm not good with heights like that. I'm not like I don't have like a fear of heights in like I don't know, a medical way, but I definitely don't like it that much. And that was fun. Oh, I've ridden the Beast in Ohio, Kings Island, Ohio. That was a long time ago. That was a ride. I was like 10 or 11, and I think that ride actually is like the fastest and biggest wooden roller coaster in the world. And I rode. I think my dad basically pressured me into riding that. He was like, "Oh, I used to ride this all the time when I was a kid. This is the greatest roller coaster ever. You gotta try it." And I was like 10, so I was like, "Okay." And oh boy, I still remember that. That was a rough ride. What the heck? Is he out of fuel? Is he out of fuel? Oh, I almost caught him. Wait, why is Keselowski going so slow all of a sudden? Did he run out of gas? Wait. Did he actually run out of gas? Oh my god, that would have been so great. That would have been so great if I'd been able to catch him there and beat him. Oh, that would have been so funny. That's hilarious. Wow, so close. Oh well, second place. I can't even beat computers. Yeah, the Keselowski was just trolling me. That's probably true. No, but yeah, what other have I ridden? Other big? There's a roller coaster. I guess it's not that scary, but it's a cool roller coaster in Galveston, which is kind of near Houston. It's like the closest thing Houston has to a tourist town. They have this place called Pleasure Pier, is what it's called, and it's like literally think of like a pier, maybe the length of a football field, maybe a hair longer, just jutting out over the Gulf of Mexico a little bit. And they load a bunch of like pretty fun little carnival rides onto this thing. It's pretty great. And they have a roller coaster there that's got one of those like vertical lift things where they pull you all the way back and they just lift you straight up into the air like on your back, and it's nerve-wracking at first, not gonna lie. But it's like a 30-second roller coaster, but since that place is never crowded, you can ride it like 5 times in a row. I don't recommend it. You'll probably get nauseous and throw up. But yes, the Iron Shark, Jeremy Hockert. You must be from around here. I think I saw you said a second ago you live near San Antonio. So yeah, Iron Shark. Yes, that's what it's called in Galveston. That's a fun little roller coaster. Geez, what else? I don't go to that many amusement parks other than Disneyland and Disney World, and none of them really have that many exciting roller coasters. Like it's meant for all ages. They have a couple thrill rides, not gonna lie, but nothing crazy. What was the I've been to a lot of NBA games. Not nearly as many as I've been to not nearly as many as I've been to baseball games. I've been to a lot of baseball games in my life. mainly because the Astros for a long time were not very good. So tickets for Houston Astros baseball games for a few years they were pretty darn cheap. Whereas the Rockets, the home basketball team, are pretty. They've always been pretty good. So tickets for those games often are a lot more steep. Geez, what lobby to join? I don't know if I want to join any of these. I really haven't been, but yeah, I'm trying to think. Any big, like, scary roller coasters? Not that many. And I saw your comment. Yeah, that's right. The Rattler now, the wooden roller coaster in San Antonio, is now the Iron Rattler. And I think they changed it because, if I'm not mistaken, a few years ago, someone actually died on the original Rattler. Like, their safety harness did not latch properly, and so they basically said, "Hey, we gotta, maybe we should take another look at this monstrosity and make some tweaks to it." So they modernized it, so to speak. That is probably a good thing they did. I've not been to Six Flags Fiesta Texas in like 5 or 6 years actually, so I have not gotten to ride the Iron Rattler. No, someone did die on the Rattler. You can Google it up. Google it. Not the current version, the one from like a few years ago. I'm gonna look it up right now. Pull my phone. The Rattler roller coaster. Yes. Let's see. Yep. It's a. Well, no. Okay. It's showing me the Iron Rattler. Show me the Rattler. God dang it. If I go to Wikipedia, I can probably find it. Yeah, they basically took the Rattler and just added steel cable, like steel tracks and stuff here all over it and whatnot. If I go to history, what do they have for history? Oh, shoot, you're right. I was wrong. It was on a... It was a Texas Giant is the ride that somebody died on. I am so sorry. I was wrong. Yep, now you guys are seeing it. I'm seeing it in the chat now. Yep. Darn you, Wikipedia, for proving me wrong. Okay, it was a Texas Giant, but I read on the Iron Rattler, they were made very similarly, so that's why they chose to update it. There we go. I was close. I mean, the Texas Giant, Fiesta Texas, they all have Texas in the name. They're all big roller coasters. Oh my gosh. I should probably get in one of these lobbies. Hold on, let me refresh this thing. I guess I'll jump in here for now. You're right, Luke. I apologize. The East Coast versus West Coast. The East Coast definitely has more racetracks. Do they have better racetracks? Yeah, probably. I'm trying to think who's in the West. I mean, there's Phoenix is in Arizona, and then there's California Auto Club, Sonoma, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, the East definitely has better tracks. Martinsville, Bristol, Daytona, I'd watch the end of the ARCA race, but if I switch over, I don't know. I can't. I'll bet it would still work. The stream would still work, but I'm not gonna risk it. I would not be able to see any of your chat stuff. I'd have to go get my laptop. My roller coaster knowledge isn't that extensive. Everything I've mainly talked about is stuff here in Texas and Disney stuff. I'm not a big amusement park fan. I like theme parks. That's why, as many of y'all know, I literally flew out to Disneyland by myself a few weeks ago just to hang out for a couple days because I like the theming. I like things that are themed and like the art behind it in a sense. It's stuff. If you've never been to Disneyland or Disney World, there's some things there, like some of the just effects that they do on rides and stuff that you see. It's just kind of. Some of it's mind-blowing, honestly, especially the first time you see it. Like, I've been to Disney World, Disneyland, combined over a dozen times, and I've ridden the same rides or seen the same attractions many times, and only until recently have I started to learn how some of them are made or how some of the stuff is done. I like things like that. Who do I think will win the championship? It's too early to say. It is too. It's too early to say. Honestly, that's my answer. I don't know. I can't. I could just throw names like Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch or whoever, but I'm not going to do that. I don't really want to make any big predictions. I have seen the rain could potentially be in the area. I'm hoping it stays away. Freaking Daytona, always rainy. Every other race there it rains. I'll put Truex in a parody someday soon once I get a good car for him. La da 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 da. Worst paint scheme of 2017? Jeez, I don't know. Most of the stuff I've seen has been pretty good. I didn't love. I didn't love Chase Elliott's Hooters car, but he's only running that for like 1 or 2 races, so that doesn't really count. The Danica Patrick's Tax Act car she's running this weekend, or for the Sprint Unlimited, or sorry, the Clash. My bad. I'm not a fan of that car. It's just kind of the colors are all kind of like saturated looking. It's like a faded white with like a faded blue and like dark red, and that's not a fan. No, that's just kind of a bland car. There's a lot of cars I like running tonight. Hamlin's car, seeing it on track, it's grown on me. Originally I looked at it and I was like, the purple's cool, but like kind of the big, like orangey, like flamey squiggle looking things kind of looked a little cheesy, but actually seeing it on the track, I like it more now. Still not quite as much as I liked this car this year, or this last year, I guess, or in this game. But seeing it on track definitely made it look better. I like Kenseth's running the Interstate Batteries paint scheme, which has always kind of been a little weird looking to me. But I like his DeWalt car. I really like Jimmy Johnson's Lowe's car that he's running this year, and I hate this Ryan Newman here. That was a disaster. That was the worst attempt at making a corner I've ever seen. Chase Elliott's 24 car his Napa car looks really nice. I like that. Suarez, I like the Eris car for Suarez this year. It's not that different from Edwards, but they've added more white to it. It's not completely orange, so that's kind of nice, you know. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Clint Boyer's Mobil 1 car, I don't know, it's sort of underwhelming. I was hoping they'd put a little more effort into actually giving it like a design instead of just kind of being kind of basic with some colors here and there, but that's not bad. I swear the Penske cars never changed their primary paint schemes. Like Logano's had the same Pennzoil scheme forever. Keselowski's like Miller Lite and like his SKF or whatever that sponsor is that he's running tonight. That car never seems to look any different. Wow, thanks Chris Buescher. Wow, thanks a lot, Chris Buescher. That was very kind of you. Just gift me a 6th place spot right here.
5 laps to go. Car high.
Well, I praised you a second ago, and instead you people all decided to just drive through me, apparently. And apparently somehow you managed to not hit me that bad. It's okay, I gotta run. 2 can play at this game. Shoot, I suck. Never mind. Chase Elliott just gave me a boost. Let me just use the wall as a straightener, as my steering wheel, and get put in the wall again. Mike Joy. I definitely prefer Mike Joy over Rick Allen. I talked about this. Jeez, did I talk about this on the last stream? I don't know when I talked about this, if I ever did. I don't dislike Rick Allen, but Mike Joy. I've always liked Mike Joy calling NASCAR races. Alan Bestwick, still probably my favorite from ESPN, but I still got respect for Rick Allen, even though he gets tongue-tied. He's got a cool voice, but it sounds kind of fake. His voice does. It sounds like, I don't know, he should be calling a wrestling match or something. And he does occasionally get, what? Hamlin, come on, I barely came down. And he does get tongue-tied every now and then, like aggressive goes around. And he's had mess-ups. He messes things. He says the wrong thing too sometimes. I've heard him say. What was I remember I've seen the replay plenty of times because I like Kenseth. When Kenseth won at Pocono in 2015, it was a big deal to me as a fan because this was one of the few tracks Kenseth had not won at yet. So I was like, oh yeah, he won Pocono. That's awesome. Cross that out the list. And he came out like in the final lap and said like, Kenseth has won twice before at Pocono, trying to make it a third or something like that. And I remember thinking, he's never won at Pocono, man. Come on, bro. Like, that's why this is big, you know. So. I've been there. I've commentated races in an extent. Obviously, mine are not quite the same, but oftentimes mine have things happening much faster in them. And a little behind the scenes tidbit: my commentaries that I do for W Cup Series races are not always are rarely done on the first try. Let me put it that way. So I will give Rick Allen some pass there. I know it's difficult, but. Yeah, it'll often take 2 tries for me to call a race on the W Cup Series. I'm never looking for absolute. Thank you, Denny. Thank you, everybody. I'm never looking for absolute perfection. Like every word has to be perfect. But if I like have an obvious like long pause or like a really awkward stutter, like really awkward, especially during like a key moment in the race, like the last lap or something, like I'll usually go back and re-record at least that like run. Cheez-Its could be one of my sponsors. I think Dr. Pepper would be my #1 sponsor. But if they decide they don't want to leave, don't they sponsor like the 23 or somebody right now? I don't know if they still do, but they used to. If they were sponsoring somebody else, then yeah, I'd try to steal Cheez-Its away from Roush. That'd be fun. Oh boy, guys. Where I'm at right now, it's 4:48 Central Time. Just got a couple more hours till racing. Problems. I'm terrible at Rick Allen's voice. Problems for the 20. And the 14 goes around. Like, that's the closest I can do. And around goes the 24. Like, yeah, that's basically it. Phoenix. All right, okay, they're probably going to change it on me. They always change it on me at the last second. I don't have a problem with New Hampshire having 2 races. New Hampshire races are usually pretty fun. Pocono, on the other hand, Pocono should only have 1 race. 2 Pocono races is too much. Pocono's nice. It's a pretty racetrack, and it's unique in the sense that it's a triangle, but the racing there is rarely that exciting. My Brad voice? I just did my Brad voice a couple days ago. I record lines. Just talk like this. Ah! Hello, Jacob Fuller 6. What's up, Brandon Wilbur? What's up, people? What is up? I don't know if they should replace Pocono with Darlington. However, that is one point. I don't know what would work out best. What free cars, Foxy? Are there free cars for this game? If there are, I did not know that. I'll have to check it out. Cyclone Warrior. That's a cool name. I like that. This is the 3rd stream in a row someone's asked me if I watched Super Mario Logan. I hope you're joking, because I don't know who that guy is. Somebody told me he makes videos with like figures or like not action figures. What did they say? Forget it. I don't even know. Forget it. I don't even know. Oh my god.
Get set. The race is going green. There's the green flag.
Oh, that's right, I'm online racing. I was going to go into this turn all nice and calm, and then I remembered, oh shoot, I'm online, and that's going to happen. Oh good, Larson straightened me out. That was close. Oh, okay, Tony. Oh, geez, 5 wide. I don't know who Super Mario Logan is. Why do people keep talking about this guy? Who is he? Is he even famous? I feel like I'd heard the name before people started asking me about this on my streams. I mean, I don't know. Is he actually famous, or does he just have like a couple 100,000 subscribers? Like, who is this guy? Who is this man? Luke Minoski. That's the most awesome voice I can do right now. Got a lot of Cheez-Its just stuck in my throat. Not Cheez-Its, goldfish. Shoot. I don't really want to do Larson's voice right now. His voice gives me a headache. Oh, he has 1 million subscribers? Oh, big whoop. Anyone can have 1 million subscribers, you know? I'm gonna run as low as I can, yeah, without hitting the wall. I'm in 6th place. Oh, look at that. Larson just completely overdrive the corner. Why am I running so low? Why am I doing this? It worked right there. Cleared that guy. Excuse me, guys. All right, thanks for that, Carl. Thanks for taking them all out for me. I'm gonna take you out for a nice dinner real quick. Larson, no, Larson. I'm blocking you. There we go. We're good. And Larson's gonna overdrive this corner though, isn't he? He did last time. Yep. I went at it too soft again though. I gotta be more assertive. Like that. Like haha. Excuse me, Vil 2020. You running for president in 4 years or something? What is? I'm trash. What was I doing there? I'm garbage. It's okay. This Larson he firmly believes in driving hard into the corner, apparently. Oh boy. And he apparently is trying to take me with him. Oh, blocked. Shoot. Almost. Oh yeah, blocked. There we go. We're going. All right, I'm in 2nd place. Where's the leader? Where is the leader? Oh, I'm coming for him. Is he that guy? No, that guy looks terrible. He's hitting the wall. No, not him. I'm hitting the wall. Shoot. Ah. It's okay. Just angled me so I can go onto the apron. Chase Elliott, you closing in on me? You think you got something for me? Think again. Well, if you're gonna do that, that's not cool. It's okay. Two can play at that game. Trash. Someone's about to get hit. I did it again. I did it a freaking again. It's okay, I'm still passing Chase Elliott here. It's good. Alright, where's the leader, though? How far? 2.5 seconds? Not a chance. And heck, I'm catching him. Chase Elliott's going to run all the way down there. Going to slide up. Not even going to slide up in front of me. Come on. Oh, no! God dang it. I was already committed. I was already committed to that line. I couldn't do anything about it. What? What? Whoa, do a 360. There's the leader. No, straight out. Oh, no. The leader was right in front of me. I was so close. Coming for you, Ooch 3. I still have, the leader's not that far ahead. I just have more people to pass now. How many laps to go? Wow, okay. That's not happening then. 2 to go. Gonna need another massive pile up here. Just what the doctor ordered. I love these questions I get on the chat here. Like, who's your favorite driver? Not Matt Kenseth. Or like, what's your favorite team? Not Joe Gibbs. What's your favorite track? Except Texas. I'm like, so you're basically just asking me what my second favorite of everything is. And Texas isn't my favorite. It's my favorite track to go to, I guess, but it's not my favorite track. But yeah. I just think it's funny. I mean, my favorite... Okay, yeah, what's my favorite team that's not Joe Gibbs Racing? Okay, well, my second favorite team is probably... I used to like Roush, but they're just so bad these days. Probably Furniture Row then. Where's my clothespin? Where is my clothespin? Where's my super suit? Why do you need to know? I need it. Who else is hyped for Incredibles 2? I know it's a year and a half away, but it's never too early to be excited. Ooh. been a long stream. Hour and 20 minutes. Probably gonna do one more race. Then maybe I'll answer a few more final questions. And then we're gonna go watch the Clash. Yeah, I like Richmond. Yeah, Cars 3 will be interesting. I'll probably end up seeing it. No, I don't ski. I've been skiing once, and it was in Colorado a couple years ago, and it was my first time skiing, so I tried learning. I was terrible at it at first, not even gonna lie. I was awful. I don't have very good balance. That's always kind of been a problem. But, I got the hang of it kind of by the end. I don't know that I'm planning on going skiing anytime soon, though. I've been working on this Mountain Dew for an hour and a half now. That is good. All these people ask me, who do I think will win? I'm going to answer this for the last time in this stream, since I know I keep having new people come in, so I don't blame you guys for not hearing my first answers, but I think tonight the favorite is, I'm picking Kyle Busch. The favorites, I think any of the Toyotas or the Penske guys have looked good in practice. For the Daytona 500, I'm picking Dale Jr., Danica Patrick, or Matt Kenseth. I'll have, depending on who qualifies the best, is who I'm going to pick to win that race. Hello, Charles Galvin. I don't know what that means, Colin.
Get set. The race is going green.
Alright, Talladega. That's a great race to end on, said no one ever. Oh, God. Eric Almirola, you're garbage. And you're taking me down with you.
Carlo.
You're just dragging me down with your mediocrity. Let's see if I can clear all these fools before they wreck everything I've worked so hard for. Get me away from that Almirola. God, he's trash. Oh, my God. Why did Richard Petty hire him? Well, this race is over. That's why I hate racing at Talladega in this game, or Daytona, online at least, because it's like a wreck at the very beginning and there's no way you're going to catch back up. Because the track's too big, drafting's too important, and as we saw when I was racing the computer earlier, the drafting doesn't seem to work.
All clear.
Hello, Toby Schiffer. Junior is racing. In the Daytona 500 he's racing. He's not racing tonight, but I didn't pick him for tonight. I picked him for the Daytona 500. Favorite sport besides NASCAR? It's probably a toss-up between baseball and basketball. I play more basketball, but I used to play baseball, and I do really like baseball. And I'm really excited for this baseball season. I'm excited. Spring training's starting to ramp up. These two right here just having a field day in front of me. I'm gonna see if I can go high. That's never gonna work. Shoot, mistimed that horribly. Now Danica's gonna wreck everyone. Why are these people going so much faster than me? What? Why'd you do that? Why? You didn't have to do that, Jamie. Oh, another Kenseth. My favorite baseball team is the Astros, Houston Astros. I like all Houston sports teams because I'm from Houston, and so you know Astros, Rockets, even the Texans. Astros are gonna have a good offense this year. I mean, it'll all depend on if our pitching staff if our starting pitching is any good. I think it'll be okay, but it preferably needs to be pretty solid, pretty good, if we're gonna make a World Series run this year. But we're gonna have the offense, I think. Astros got Jose Altuve, who's I don't know, almost won MVP last year. Carlos Correa, who was Rookie of the Year a couple years ago. You know, Alex Bregman, who going to be one of the best sophomore players I think this year. You know, and then we added Carlos Beltran and Brian McCann. Man, Astros going to be hitting the heck out of the ball.
All clear.
I never read Diary of a Wimpy Kid or saw the movies, so I can't give a strong opinion about those. I like the Cincinnati Reds. Are you from Cincinnati, C. Henry 20? I've actually been to a Cincinnati Reds game a few years ago. It was the same trip, same time I went to. Oh, and I went and rode the roller coaster in Ohio. I was the same trip. I went to see a Reds game. I don't remember who they played. I remember they did win the game though, and I saw Ken Griffey Jr. hit one of his many home runs. So that was kind of cool. I like the Cincinnati Reds. The first baseball team I ever played on, like I don't know, actually it wasn't the first, but it was one of the first like competitive teams I played on. It was like a little like neighborhood or like a little like screw you, Eric Almirola. Just screw you, Eric Almirola. No, but yeah, yeah, one of the first baseball teams I ever played on was called the Reds. We were the Reds team, so that was kind of fun. I've also been to a Chicago Cubs game a long time ago as well at Wrigley, which was neat. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I've been to Indiana. Been to Indiana. Been to Indianapolis Motor Speedway once. Let me see if I can ride the apron the rest of this race. If Timmy Hill wins, I owe you a dab. Oh God, Timmy Hill. I don't know. Did he race at all last year? I just remember. God, I remember thinking Timmy Hill might be the worst driver I've ever seen in the NASCAR Cup Series. And I can't remember why. I think it was 2015. There was a race I saw where he was running somewhere, and they just cut him. You could just noticeably see he did not know how to drive whatever car he was driving. It was much slower than everybody else. He was wiggling more than anybody else. Could have been partially the car, but I guarantee you a decent amount of it was the driver. This Almirola is hunting me. He just hunted me all the way down to the inside wall. New NASCAR parody coming out later this week. It will go in depth about the real reason Carl Edwards retired. Yeah. So there's a little tease for you. I don't know. Still got to finish filming that thing. By filming, I mean taking the photographs. Photographs. Oh, Jay Cutler's in the stream? Wow, man. Used to be a great quarterback. Well, I guess I shouldn't say great, but you were a good quarterback at times. I don't know about nowadays. NASCAR Heat... Oh, excuse me. NASCAR Heat Evolution? Yeah, it's not bad. I was... When I first came out, I was disappointed. As I think a lot of people were. But, honestly, I still enjoy playing it for the most part. I don't know why. It's not even that good. It's just... It's the kind of game where I can just usually, if I'm not doing a stream like this, I can just turn it on, turn some music on in the background, just chill for like an hour. And run a couple races. There's not a lot of games you can do that. At least, not a lot of games I own. And you can kind of lay back into it. You don't have to play super competitively and get too in. You can choose how into it you're gonna get. How goes it, Fisher G? Yeah, I know the Cincinnati Reds aren't doing that good these days. I haven't kept up with the National League much since the Astros moved to the American League, but I remember, the first baseball I ever got at a baseball game, from a foul ball that I guess my dad technically caught it. I was 8. I probably didn't even see the ball. Was at an Astros versus Reds game. I still remember that. That was cool. Gamer 2008, if that's the truth, then please leave. You're not wanted here. You're not wanted here. You are a disgrace. You are a disgrace. Alright, Kyle Hampton, I'll work together with you. Who are you? And by work together with you, I mean basically I'm gonna try to beat you. I'm not gonna try to wreck anyone, but you know. Beast Mode Gaming. It's too early to really say who's going to win the championship. I don't want to make any big predictions. I mean, I think the usual suspects are high on the list. Any of the Gibbs cars, Hendrick cars, Stuart Haas cars, Penske. I don't need them. Oh, cool, bro. All right. Oh, you're in the back, Kyle? Then I'm never gonna see you, because I'm gonna go to the front. Who am I gonna vote for in 2020? Well, not Kanye. I don't know who's running. Dang it, this cheesy, cliche, generic background rock music is stuck in my head. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Someone should make her like a remix of this main menu music in this thing. The really like average rock like guitar riffs they got going. Someone should make some like ridiculous remix for it. I would laugh so hard if I saw that or heard that. All right, I'm usually pretty good at Texas in this game, so unless McMurray and Edwards here ruin my day, hopefully this race goes well. This is gonna be my last race, I guarantee it, guys. Unless Eric Almirola hunts me down again, but I hope he doesn't. I hope this game can just kick him out just for the sake of him existing. All right, wow, I lifted more than I needed to there, but that's okay. Just need to protect the bottom here. I'm up to third place. Just need to protect my car here. No, God. Oh, good, that was close. All right, one down, 1 to go. Carl Edwards back up. Who's that leading this thing? Is that Regan Smith? He doesn't have the car. He doesn't have the team. I watched Star Wars somewhat. I mean, I've seen the original trilogy. I've not seen the prequels. I've seen like bits of them, but I've never sat down and watched a full, one of the trilogy movies or one of the prequel movies. And I've seen I've seen Force Awakens and I've seen Rogue One, and they're all pretty good. I mean, the 5 I've seen are all pretty good. They're all above average in my book, so I like Star Wars. And when I was at Disneyland, God, they have Star Wars the crap out of half that park, and they're still adding like an actual Star Wars land. So, boy, it seems like Star Wars isn't going anywhere anytime soon for sure. I thought Rogue One was okay. I really liked Force Awakens though. That was like one of my favorite movies I saw in 2015. I think I actually went and saw that one twice. I don't know. It was a good movie. God dang it, Regan Smith. Why do you have to be competent? And I'm actually doing pretty lousy, to be honest. I'm not running a very good line, but I don't know that I'd be able to catch him at this rate anyways. Someone's gonna have to help me out here.
That was a great lap.
That was a great lap, but not good enough. I've already almost been taken out by cars leaving pit road like twice. Oh God, not another one. Stay down there. Nope. Get out of the groove. No. Oh, the leader's in the wall. Oh no. Shoot, oh, what? How did Carl do that? I'm stupid. I should have just stayed high. I was afraid I was going to get pinned into the wall, so I didn't want to accidentally get like smashed into the wall, so I tried to go low. That was a mistake. God dang it. How did Carl do a full 360 and still maintain speed? My gosh. Alright, it's okay. It happened once, it can happen again. I just need to be able to take advantage of it this time. Get to him, red car. Put the hammer down. No, don't run the outside lane. That ain't gonna do anything. God, you're such an idiot. Come on, cars. I can't do this all by myself. Someone's gotta take out that 19 for me. Sorry guys, I'm not looking at the questions right now. These next 4 laps are dedicated purely to catching that 19 car. No, there's 2 of them! There's a decoy! Shoot! How do I know which one's which? Oh my God, they're gonna wreck each other! Oh no! Oh gosh! I think the one I'm going for is the one on the bottom, which is not good. I wish it was the other one. Catch him, other Carl. How far back am I? 1.2. M. Gilbert 7. Man, the problem is now I still gotta pass these 2 cars. Oh! That was unfortunate.
Carlo.
Of course. Well, at least the decoy's gone.
Here you go.
Oh my. Oh my God.
All clear.
90% of this is literally just surviving. Oh, great. Look who's back. Look who's back. Blocked. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to put him in the wall. Oh, gosh. That was a mistake. Oh, the leader's in the wall. No, he's not. Wait, what? What? They did it again. Oh, but we still got one more lap. I can pass him. Oh, you can't block me. Oh, Dale Earnhardt, step aside. Pass in the grass. No, stay down there. Everything's working just according to plan. Who's this guy? Wait, did he get through it? How did he get through that? I just saw him completely sideways in the track. Oh, no. No. Get back on the roof. No. Oh, God, I'm going to have to block. No. Victory. Winner. There it is. There it freaking is. This whole last hour and a half was all worth it for that race. Woo. That was awesome. Man. I wish I could, I might save that replay. This will be on YouTube afterwards. Jeez. I might have to just upload that final 2 laps all by itself. That was pretty dramatic. That looked like John West Townley and whoever that was, Spencer Gallagher or somebody, whoever that was in the Truck Series last year, where they were just spinning out in the grass as they crossed the finish line. Woo! That was close. Good race, Gilbert 7 guy. Man, that was close. Alright. Well, I don't want to press my luck too much. That's probably the most exciting finish we're ever going to see at Texas Motor Speedway. Alright. Well, I guess I'm just going to go back to the menu. I'm going to start wrapping this up. Thanks to all of you guys for sticking with me this afternoon. Hope you all enjoy the clash at Daytona tonight. Hope you guys look forward to NASCAR parody I got coming out later this week. What else? W Cup Series coming back in May. Most of y'all know this. Just tell your friends if they don't know, so I don't have to keep answering questions all the time. Get me out of here. I'm not doing Watkins Glen. Are you kidding me? You think Watkins Glen's going to be a better finish than that one was? I was excited. That was a thrilling finish. Oh, sweet deal. Look at the clouds. Beautiful. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, motorsports guy. My bad. Well, I've been out for a while. I had a long day, for real. I've been up since 6 a.m. Had to go film something at a nearby park. Worked on that until about almost noon. Came back here, did some laundry. Tried to take a short nap, but that was hard. I'm not good at taking naps, really not. So, yeah, that was that. So, I'm fully rested. I'm prepared for the race. When's the race supposed to start? An hour or so? I think in an hour or so. I'll have to check. Alright. Hey, Charles. I'm not... What? Yeah? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Never gonna do that. Gosh, this music is so generic. Hey, we're at 1,700 comments. 1701. Who did that? Who messed it up? It was a perfect round 1,700. That was a beautiful number. Alright. See you guys.